Bro, relax. I'm sensitive. Bro. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. I think that's cute. That's my favorite number. 4 notifications. We're on a roll. 16 seconds in. 4 times 4. Oh my god. Okay, guys. This here, what I'm about to show you. Let's look at the pillow. The pillow is drenched with stars. Because it is okay to embrace your material. We are in the material world, so it is okay to have materials. Now, when it's time for our session, yeah, we gotta leave all behind. We can take none of this with us at all. But since we're here, it is okay to embrace our material, and no one can tell you otherwise, baby, okay? Simple. No matter how spiritual you are. I will be the most spiritual being in the world, and if I like that material, I'm gonna get it. Because I like it. And that just brings more truth to my spirituality. But hey guys, this book is my first ever real journal series. When I realized, you know what, I want to write. I want to take a pencil and write. I used to be a writer back in all my life, but this was the first time I picked up a book and said, I need a journal. I think. Well, it's definitely the most memorable. Okay, so I'm going to read some things out of here, but I don't know which ones I should get into because there's some pretty interesting things in here. Because we can't get all ghoulish yet. The gift of immortality is only a wait away. So many mortals wish for more time on their life sentence, but this is merely the waiting list for eternal existence. Oh, but the many wish for less time, less life, freedom from the torment of reality and a beating heart. Life never ends. The other side may bring eternal springs, or you may awaken your godly divinity. You may come back for another try at life or in another vessel. Life never ends. But this one does. If you live this life constantly waiting for dear death, this life will be the worst, most dreaded of tries. We do not know what the other side brings us, so we live this life as if it is our last. As we wait for deathly awakening, we shall parade, explore, absorb knowledge, and immortalize ourselves upon this temporary realm. You got that? I got that. So if we must live, and life is fun, then what else is there to life? 'Tis only a wait away. We shall wait until the day our warm bodies begin to decay. Our crimson pigment shall distort into the coolest blue, nearing a purple hue. It be the longest nap we'll ever take, all the time we took for mortality's fate to crash our mere existence. Our crooked souls awaken and we're given the gift to hunt and roam in taverns and homes. Our spirits may be skin and bones, or we be the loveliest of a risen corpse here to atone. Your silence in the crypt, and not a soul can see your pale skin glisten where creeks of sunlight caress your frame. Scream, my dear dead boy, and the wall shall shake, but no one knows of your existence because your presence is like a boulder upon shoulders. When you find out how to terrify, all the children will submit to you. Mortals will faint and go stone. You will wreak a silent havoc for life with no end. This earth will glow dull and you'll ache for more. Immortality is a bore, and more horror than galore. Maybe if you're bold, you'll take the Reaper's throne, devouring all souls, even infants shall feel the scold. You can possess a woman who's damned and depressed to rectify her pulsating organs and rectify her to rest. Oh, and layer the rest. Sorry. All noble drunken men shall partake in your remains as you shake your dusted corpse into the pipes of the taint. And that was written in this little GMAC. Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper. I used to think I was the Grim Reaper. So, there was once a man that said, if it does not spew out of you, out of all your pores, and it doesn't wake you up at night because you want to do it so bad, then do not do it. If you have a dream that doesn't ring like dynamite, don't chase it. But are those words incredibly wrong? There's a secret real writers know that wannabe writers don't. It is not the writing part that's hard. What's hard is sitting down to write. We call this resistance. Resistance is invisible and eternal. Some of us are just lazy. Okay? Don't be so hard on us. We do have a dream, and we really want to chase this dream. Sometimes success is just a scary thing. So take that back, mister. Take it back. Now, do you boys want to hear about love? You boys and gals and everything in between. Because this is the club of all invited beings. As a femboy myself, it's time for me to speak on love. I'm the craziest cat, but love just drives me crazier. I'd do anything for it, and yup, even stay. I stayed for love. Though I was deteriorating, I'd rip off all left limbs to keep a smile on her oh so sad face. I stayed. No matter how much she made my help feel helpless, I stayed. Oh, the many hand cramps from love letters just to get a THX back. I stayed. So we could be one rotting rock because I love so much that I don't give a damn if my existence ceases as long as we're together, love. I stayed. Through asylums, 2 of your boyfriends and 48 hours of sob stories. Or trying to heal you, love, I've crashed. I knew you were far from where at this point I've obtained, but I just really loved your music taste, love. Camille can carry crying cups of canaries and billions of bleeding blue jays before breaking their brilliant wings when women rub their rose well over her dome, wilting her wisdom so she shall someday soar swiftly, scrambling in the sky, free from fractured felines who forget and the force of fidelity, fibbling to flying faggot for funs and follows, only to abandon her alone, accumulating all its aches and pains and afflictions. So with these feathers she shall fly, there she'll find faith in fairies and friends alike, fluttering her unfledged pinions. I went through a point of fear. It is true. Though this is now long gone and we've evolved so high from this, I want you to know that fear exists and you can get through it, baby. I once thought my practices to be non-religious, more like the freedom of religion, or from it. Now it's consumed me just as the Bible does. I feel as if I've lost many people due to my practices. It's so easy to feel lonely, but so hard to admit that those friends are not worth it. I'm constantly going back to these boring, immature cathedrals when I do not feel whole. Everything is different. It all feels different. every bright sight and vocalized feels so different. I know this may be my awakening, but I'm having trouble staying within this mindset. I love it. It's my greatest gift. But only way I can stop feeling lost is if I go deeper, not backwards. And that's a word to you, fucking New Age to Jesus mother effers. The only way you can truly get out is if you keep going forward, not backwards. And that was told to you by a 15-year-old. Time to survive. Time to survive. It is. Howdy, my young charming good girl. It's rising time and I'd like to know what lies on your mind. Do you feel like you could be more grateful? Yes, or at least show how grateful I am now. Well, are you? Tons. I feel like I'm showing my grace and thanks may implement a different action in me for every being. But I've recently come to face the fact that I can only show my grace in my way and hope for that to be enough. What's hurting is me is my want to love. Surrendering my being to such an overbearing emotion can feel like handing away my power. What comes with that is the realization that this is an eye for eye world. It takes some to make some, and that goes for power, muscle, food, money, sleep, experience. Give, 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 if one wants to receive. I feel as I've given my all to all besides me. I must sacrifice to my highest known power, being myself. This was written as soon as this good little year kicked off. Have you sat down to look outside, absorb what the fuck is going on? We only go out to encounter chaos. On the streets, you're bound to see a crash or a few hooligans goofing. Inside, I hear sirens and a few new voices. This is definitely something for the books. Never would I have ever thought I'd see America on lockdown. That's the biggest hoo-ha to me. These crazy motherfuckers with ADHD are being forced to take a seat, and it's affecting each household differently. It has made me see the facade and the real me. It has made me go internal and almost crazy. It has shown me that my sense makes up high sense, but not everyone has ears built to hear. So where do I go? Shall I continue to act like I don't know because my brain is full of theory? Everything is theory. I believe in a truth. I believe in a truth to theory. I believe in my mind, and this is the time I shall believe most. There is only sickness, human-altering technologies, advancements, and attacks flourishing in our era. Nothing to dwell on it. So why is it that I keep trying to dig deeper? I want a massive shovel to keep digging until my metal meets gold. I will not get lost in this process, I promise. Why? Where is my place in this? Does it even matter? The second game, I don't know. But it has something with an ape in it, and I like apes. Everything as we know it has all been a lie. Everything that I've lived through has been one massive lie. We are put here to lie. To go to work and give a smile. To respect ones who give no respect. To say nothing unless that something be nice. We were molded to lie. To look good, to hide ugly truths, but may our truths be evident. I can no longer live a life of lying, a life of holding my tongue to spare someone's feelings so mine can deteriorate. I'm tired of towers tumbling because they were built by bricks of lying. They've made themselves weak. The truth is permanent. The truth holds itself together. Look at the pyramids, a system supporting truths colliding together to never unfold because they have the gifts of trust. To be true is to be trusted. I know to not trust a liar. I know not to trust one that lies to themselves either. And I am true. I am real. I am trust. I trust myself to walk, to write, to sing, to run, to jump, to speak, to live, learn, and leap. If I trust in me, knowing my truth to be the only truth with evident proof, where does that leave me in a realm of lies? I am escaping. Pack your bags, boy. And they act like they live the lifestyle because they were told to. Existence is not so futile. Poor things. Shoulder down because I have things to read. Now, welcome to Cabbage's Dark Stories, full of emotion and passion and intensity. Now here is Nymlingo's brave return of the young soul that thought it was an nymphomaniac. 5th grade, hormonal rage. You think high schoolers horny? Oh please. 5th graders are sick freak fucks. Panty spots and ball drops, I know. I was the worst of them. I despised a dick in the 5th grade, but I had male crushes. I could stay up for hours into daylight watching porn. First it was scripted lesbo porn. Then I started watching anything as long as it was gay. My favorite homie got me hooked on all hentai, which led me into the mystic morals of fetish, kink, and grind. I found a source of comedy, romance, action, drama like no other, and fantasy, all within porn. No fucking wonder I can't remember watching many films in middle school. I had the gift of porn. I love me a MILF. Imagine a submissive MILF. Boy, oh boy. That knows her power. You look fucking stupid, as you always do. Ignorant fucking bastard. I can no longer stand your gay face, so I slap it hard, leaving you at my toes. Strip bitch. If you move too slowly, I strip them off of you myself. The embodiment of disobedience. My only choice is to whip you like the nigger you are. How much can you take? When you're pink enough, it's time I let the racks run. Lift your ass up and rub her, then give unlimited slaps until you tap out. You're ready for me. You've been so good. You deserve every single inch slowly. Thank you, miss. Alone. No device in sight and you reckon the Armageddon. Only accompanied by your mind, which is running laps like it never has. Reality is displayed before your eyes and your palm feels cold without its loyal mate. It's all so new and all so horrific in essence until your manic mind stops trembling over ludicrous alternatives on how one lives without their identity in their back pocket. Then it makes the crisp realization that this is life. The simple fact that you exist. You're left with only you, and your internal voice has grown so vivid. This person who only arrives in the shower or at like 2 a.m. has risen when you least expected it. Horror calmly morphs into sweet self-sanctuary, and you found your best friends. They reside inside your head and preach for hours on end. Answers arise to things you've never asked. Everything becomes so clear, and you wonder why you've ever aged from digital therapy. Every fiber and distortion in your vicinity has become a topic of discussion due to your curiosity on existence itself. The vibrations of your eye are growing electrified and showers are growing synchronized, and you're convinced your quotes are gold. For a time, you've been so blind to the truth behind compulsion. Your vessel mimics a monk as you are held captive in your own dome. This captivity feels like home, and it's a bliss you've never known. But when you grasp your poison once more, everything you've absorbed plummets into oblivion. But this is your addiction, and it reigns over intuition. Your distraction from what's hidden in the creeps of our dimension. Nature and the world of tech sure go hand in hand, unity, but nature is what we neglect. We're trapped in electrical. Media makes us prance and dance and sets us up for race backhand. It is knowledge at our fingertips, in a crypt corner of death. A tool with intense potential lies inside your mental. Breaking down a tool so gentle. It's not cool. Fuck around. It's not cool. Thank you. Please join my coven. And that is actually how I got into writing. When I lost my friend. Well, that is how I got into the brain, the mind, the consciousness, the spirit. So I lost my phone. Listen to me for once. That's how I found my friends in here. I was always so sad, so anxious. I felt that the universe was against me. This generation has an addiction to technology. And when I was at my grandma's house at my grandma's house in September of 2017, my phone broke, and I immediately came to the realization, just came to the conclusion that God wants me dead. Alone, no phone. It was all so new to me. I don't have any technology inside, no one to speak to. No one but myself. My mind grew full within loneliness. Thoughts so vividly that it felt as if I was talking to someone else. I finally connected with me instead of a screen, and I could do this forever. The thoughts are incredibly vivid. Okay. This may be the last one for this series because I don't know if I should get that dark yet and read my favorite story by me. I feel like it still needs some time to crisp, to become whole. But here's a nice little one to leave us off. I wish to be the zookeeper. The zoo's the loudest at night, during closing time after children's laughter dies, and who best to tell you than me? A casual employee at the zoo. I often work in front of the gates, so that means I have to walk all the way through the zoo in order to turn into the money and the money back to the boss's office, who usually isn't even there. As I walk through the zoo, passing my furry friends, scaled sickles, and birds who are damned in a dome, everything is so much louder. I'm staring at slaves. They move so vacantly because they've been tamed physically. Their emotions spur at night. The whimpers go unnoticed when the sun's up and the families are cheering at the sight of lions move. But they move so vacantly. Well, at the sight of lions' manes. But they move so vacantly. I don't know the half of what they're going through because it's an experience I've never had to encounter. I was never taken away from my family and thrown into a cage to be displayed as entertainment for little people's heads. Objectified. I've never been through this tournament, yet my heart screams and squeals and bleeds out for these slaves. I wish to pet the impassive lion, but I'm risking being mauled. She won't understand that I'm merely trying to help. I have no choice but to walk through the zoo and let the animals cry themselves swiftly asleep. I'll never be of any help, and my empathy is killing me. I shall free the animal from its cage. Welcome to the truth, boys. We've made it.